Here at Holly Hill Antiques, working alongside my wife has been one of the great joys of my life, but let me tell you, it's not without its challenges. Running a business with your spouse is a delicate balance of love, teamwork, and occasionally biting your tongue so hard you could chip a tooth. I suppose I come by it honestly. My parents were in the antique and restaurant business together, and let's just say they put the dynamic in dynamic duo. Highlight of the day: if she really loved something, she'd price it so high no one would buy it. Her weaknesses? Well, they're more likely to be found haunting someone's attic than gracing a collector's shelf. One fateful day, a wealthy lady customer was haggling hard over a Madame Alexander doll. My mom, true to form, wouldn't budge from her $200 asking price, even though she had only paid $25 for it. She adored that doll and wasn't about to part with it easily. Nature called, though, and she asked my father to watch the booth while she stepped away. Now, my dad, ever the helpful partner, saw an opportunity to shine. When my mom returned, my dad greeted her with a big grin. "Great news," he announced. "I sold that Madame Alexander doll for $200. My mom, relieved and impressed, nodded her approval as my dad grabbed the cash and headed off to hunt for more treasures. She resumed her duties, probably feeling pretty proud of their teamwork. Not long after, the wealthy lady from earlier stopped by. She gave my mom a warm hug and said, "Thank you so much for selling me that doll for only $100. Your husband is such a sweetheart." My mom froze. The blood drained from her face as the realization sank in. Her prized doll had been haggled down in her absence. When my dad returned, pockets jingling with his flea market winnings, he barely had time to set his purchases down before my mom confronted him. Let's just say that's when the real negotiation began, and there was no walking away with a deal that day. The moral of the story? In antiques, as in marriage, communication is priceless. And maybe, just maybe, it's best to leave the doll pricing to the person who loves them most. So, if you want to buy gold and silver jewelry at Holly Hill Antiques, see Lucy, not David.